At the great house of Collinwood, a light blazes through the night, while at another house, a dead doctor's dream waits to become reality or failure. One man makes a desperate effort to escape an ancient curse, and the body that was constructed for his spirit to bring to life lies beside him, as yet inanimate, depending on the skill of one pair of hands.
What is it?
Must be working.
What do you mean?
I'm getting weaker. I feel life slipping away.
Barnabas, you're still alive.
Tell me, what happened?
I had to stop.
Why?
I couldn't control the experiment.
You should have.
We failed, Barnabas. There's nothing else we can do.
Let me up.
No, you're too weak to get up.
Let me up.
Why, Barnabas?
We're going to try again.
No, Barnabas, it's too dangerous.
You can and you will. You're going to find out what you did wrong and correct it.
How
you
am I?
still have time.
How can I do that?
You're going to go downstairs and go through the journals. You're going to find out what you did wrong.
I can't do that in the time.
You're going to try, Julia. We came close, whether you know it or not. And we're not going to give up now. You to live. I wanted my empty shell to be on that table. You standing looking down at my lifeless body. Live. Is it not still possible? Live! You are alive. Julia! Julia, come quickly! speak. Speak.
Barnabas!
Julia, it worked. Part of it. He's alive, Julia.
How?
I don't know. I came over to him after you left the room, and he opened his eyes.
It's frightening.
No, he lives, Julia.
Barnabas, what are we going to do?
What am I going to do, Julia? I am alive, too.
Yes, you are. If only part of your life force went into him, then he may not be as Lang intended. What does he understand?
I don't know, Julia. I don't think he can talk. He didn't say anything. As he stood up, he seemed to be dizzy. Perhaps he can't walk or move properly. Julia, what if he's some kind of a monster?
We took that chance, didn't we? He understands us.
No.
Yes, he must have. He showed us he could walk.
Can you understand us? Do you know what we're saying?
Move away from him, Barnabas.
Well, what will that prove?
I want to see if he trusts us.
And that would show you?
It'll give an indication. Exactly what a child would do, learning to walk.
Julia, we must go through his books again. Surely he considered this possibility.
Well, I'm sure I didn't miss it, Barnabas.
There must be other books. We must act quickly.
There's no point in going through the books. He's alive. What we do with him is up to us.
But we can't stay here constantly.
Barnabas, you entered this experiment knowing very well that anything might happen. What has is something that you didn't consider, perhaps.
Julia, you're right. Yeah, that pleases you. Now we must discover and decide what we're going to do with him.
He knows we're talking about him. He's reading the tone of our voice, and correctly, that's a good sign.
You must calm him.
I'll give him a sedative, then he'll sleep for several hours.
Yes, yes.
Then we'll decide what to do.
Wouldn't it be better to give him a tablet?
Don't know how I could get him to swallow one. Now, I'm going to give you something. We'll put you to sleep. And when you wake up, we'll have some food.
Be careful, Julia.
No. Now, don't be afraid. This will only take a second. And when it's over, you'll feel very peaceful.
Come, madam! No!
You have enormous power over it.
Why?
I don't know why, but you do.
A few minutes ago, I looked down on his lifeless body, thinking the experiment had failed. But has it now, Julia?
I don't know.
I am alive. Why? What time is it?
You have An hour.
Am I a vampire? I feel no bloodlust. Now I have to make a choice. To make a choice whether I shall go back to the coffin before the sun rises.
There may be no need.
There may be. If I stay here and wait for the dawn, if I die then, what will happen to him?
You're prepared to die?
Yes. Yes, I would rather do that than go back to what I was.
The door.
Elizabeth, this is indeed a surprise.
Well, it's a surprise to me, too. I thought you were out of town. For that note that you sent me.
Oh, yes. Well, I was delayed. Well, tell me, what brings you out at this hour? Is something wrong at Collinwood?
I really came to see Dr. Hoffman. Is she here?
Yes, she's upstairs in the laboratory. Is someone ill?
It's David.
Oh, well, I'll go and get her. Is he seriously ill? Well, we've been working on Dr. Lang's notes. There's enough material there for a fascinating book.
Oh, is that the business you mentioned in your note? And what about that cousin of ours, Adam, that you said you were expecting?
Mrs. Stoddard?
Oh, Dr. Hoffman, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No.
But I've been so worried about David. He lost his voice.
Lost his voice?
Yes, I had Dr. Tobias come and see him, but he said there's absolutely nothing wrong.
How long ago did this happen?
This evening, he's got no cold, no laryngitis, nothing.
He can't speak at all?
No, he can't even whisper. Dr. Tobias said it would probably go as quickly as it came, but David's so very frightened.
Well, what about his new mother, Cassandra? Is she terribly frightened?
Well, I know that Roger is, but David panics so when either one of them are around, I really don't understand it at all.
I do. I once had a servant named Ben. The same thing happened to him, but he got over it, and I'm sure David will too.
You sound like Dr. Tobias now. Dr. Hoffman, would you mind driving back to Collinwood with me? If you can find nothing wrong, I'd be so relieved.
Julia, the experiment.
I'd be glad to, Mrs. Stoddard.
Julia, it will soon be dawn.
I'll be back by then, Barnabas.
But if you aren't...
I will be back by then, Barnabas. I'll get my bag. I have half an hour.
I'm sorry, Elizabeth. I don't mean to sound unconcerned about David, but the experiment is very important.
New interest in science.
It strikes you as strange.
Oh, frankly, yes, for someone who's always been so obsessed with the past.
No more. For me now, the most important thing is the future. The immediate future. Stop thinking of Adam. Think of yourself. You may only have 5, 10 minutes left at the most. To die alone. But you've lived long, so long. Why should dying frighten you after all you've been through? What does dying mean to you? Another scandal? Because of Adam? Yes. He will be discovered. Jeff Clark will tell Vicky, and the story of Dr. Lang's mysterious experiment would be public knowledge. And Adam, what of him? What of him? night is getting light. Be calm. If I die, it's probably better than if I live. Cassandra will not give up. If I live, she will turn me back as surely as she made David mute.
Barnabas, why are the lights out?
The better to see the sunrise. How often you and I have looked at each other for what might be the last time.
Yes. Do you feel all right?
So far. Julia, if I die, what will happen to Adam?
You will not die.
You do not know that, neither do I. Will you protect him?
How can I?
Well, we must make some arrangements.
There's no need to look.
I am cured. Cured now. How?
I don't know.
How did it happen?
Does it matter?
Last night I knew it was all coming back. What happened, Julia? Has it gone to Adam? Is he now the vampire?
Adam, are you all right?
Adam!